Hello and welcome back to Second Take Movies, a podcast where we give movies a second look, second chance, second take, if you will. I'm your host, Preston Jenkinson, and joining me as always is my co-host, Jake Twito.
Welcome.
Welcome. Very subdued this week.
We're professionals.
That's right.
I'm not on speed. I'm just normal.
Yeah.
Welcome. This is a movie podcast.
Yeah. No weird theme songs this week.
I'm holding it back so hard. You can't even explain. Like, I might crap my pants how hard I'm holding
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Yeah, speed, son.
Yep. Keanu, mid-90s Keanu.
Short-haired boy.
Mm-hmm. Young
A
man.
lot of people. Dude, there's a ton of people in this movie. I forget how many people, like, even background characters, like, whoa.
Dumb and Dumber's Jeff Daniels.
God, dude, he's great.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hops.
Miles Dyson. I don't know the actor's name, but I know he played Miles Dyson in Terminator 2.
Is that Jim Morton?
I don't know.
Alan Ruck's in it. That's the crazy one to me. Like,
he was
what?
also Cyborg's dad in Justice League.
Yeah, that's Joe Morton.
That guy.
He was also in Blues Brothers 2000. That's where I know him from.
Because everybody remembers that movie.
Yeah, right after they tried to kill themselves.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The synopsis for Speed, a young Los Angeles Police Department special weapons and tactics officer must prevent a bomb exploding aboard a city bus by keeping its speed above 50 miles an hour.
That's the dumbest concept for a movie. I'm just going to go and tell you
Not
right
really. I mean, it's awesome.
Just blow them up. No, it's rad.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
I thought there's like, this movie came out in every movie. It immediately was like, how do we be Speed? What do we do?
Mm-hmm. Or they were like, how do we do Die Hard but different?
Yeah, that's the 90s to me.
Yeah.
Die Hard, but different.
What setting can we put Die Hard in?
What if they were in a submarine now?
Yeah.
And it's
we
actually a
had
submarine in space.
Shittier actor.
You know, did Joss Whedon write this movie?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Joss Whedon rewrote the script.
No.
And right, Jan de Bont was the original. And then I think Joss Whedon.
He's not credited.
No, it's so small. He had a rewrite for it. Because that's the only reason Keanu Reeves signed on, apparently, is he found that Graham Yost did it originally, and then John de Bont did the rewrite, but Joss Whedon helped him. Weird trivia I found the other day. Just, I don't know why that was in my brain. Because I know this thing went through a lot of rewrites.
Let's see. It is credited to Graham Yost. John de Bont is the director.
Well, I'm going to feel like an idiot if he wasn't actually a part of this. And I just went, man, that's
Because
cool.
if he did get a rewrite, like, he would have been credited. Like, it would have said, like, Graham Yost and Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon. He's uncredited.
Huh.
On the 20th anniversary of Speed, it was revealed that he worked on that script.
Okay.
It's because the Writers Guild of America took his credit away due to bylaws. So it went back to Graham Yost.
Must have changed in recent years then.
Okay, so the biggest thing that sorry, I know we're way off script already.
No, you're good.
Alan Ruck's character, all the dialogue, Joss Whedon wrote.
Alan Ruck.
Yeah. The guy from Ferris Bueller. Stevens on the bus.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Yeah.
I hated that guy.
You gotta hate and love him.
Positive review from the one and only Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times. We've seen this done before, but seldom so well or at such a high pitch of energy.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't make movies like this still.
You know, I had that thought. I was like, I had an old man thought. I was like,
Yep.
they don't make the well, this probably at the time was high budget, but like the mid budget kind of isolated action movie anymore.
$30 million.
Yeah,
I mean, the '90s, so that's
yeah,
probably like what, 5 billion now.
probably.
Um,
Like, well, Michael Bay did this a couple years ago with Ambulance.
yeah,
That was really good to me. I thought that was really good. That's what he excels at, is that kind of stuff. But yeah, they don't do this. Like, it's either these huge overblown budgets, like the Electric State on Netflix recently cost
oh,
$300
you just wait.
million.
You just wait. We'll just wait till the end for that, buddy. How's
Yeah.
that comment? Did you watch it?
No.
Okay, I did. I got comments. So.
The negative review, Desson Thompson of the Washington Post. The plot becomes so overextended as Reeves and Hopper wage their endless public transportation battle. Even the hardest dieharders will consider leaping off way before the final stop.
I will say that's my only complaint, which I loved it. I don't care. The subway scene's dope.
It's awesome.
But the movie would have been a fine ending if they got caught on the airport.
Yeah,
Like that was an ending.
I felt the subway scene was added on.
Yeah, but it was tight, so I don't care. It was dope. It felt like an add-on, but not a.
Yeah.
Oh, they added that on.
Our movie starts introducing us to our protagonist, Keanu Speed. I don't know this character's name. I just know Keanu Reeves.
It's Jack Travern.
Jack Travern. What?
Yeah, I keep saying Jack Tavern.
Jack Travern. Jack Travern.
It's kind of funny who gets last names in this movie.
Yeah. Him and
Jeff Daniels' character doesn't.
Yeah.
He's just Harry.
Yeah. Him and Jeff Daniels, they get called out to, there's been some bombs placed on the brakes of an elevator that stopped with people in it. And they have to try to figure out how to get them out of there. And it just basically is just an introduction of, like, they know explosives and
I'm Jeff Daniels. I'm not funny yet. I'm just rad.
Well, I mean, he was funny. He's just I think Dumb and Dumber was before this. He's just dipping his toe into being a really good actor, actually. Just so they get these people out of the elevator, but it really also introduces the main conflict between our antagonist Dennis Hopper and Keanu, because he takes Jeff Daniels hostage, and Keanu
shoots him in the leg.
Shoots him in the leg because Jeff Daniels' character does this thing where he has a like pop quiz. What is this, and
if I'm at an airport and I'm gonna blow up the entire airplane, but I have a hostage, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna kill the hostage and shoot you.
Kill the hostage.
All right.
Or shoot the hostage, get him out of the way, take him out of the equation.
Yep.
He does that, and
right away.
Dennis Hopper still gets away and explodes the building. And our little buddy gets a medal for that. They both do. Because then these cops go out and they get drunk.
Yeah, they slam. They get toasted.
Yeah. Hard.
Is it like the next day when the next bombing stuff starts?
Seems like it, yeah.
Okay. I had a hard time figuring out, like, does time pass?
Or is like maybe this takes place over a couple of days, like, because, you know, they dealt with that situation and then they got their medals, and then the day after that, Keanu's at his regular coffee shop, we're supposed to assume, because he knows the bus driver and the barista, and a bus explodes right in front of him.
Yeah.
They know it's Dennis Hopper with one finger on his right hand. Or left hand. I can't remember.
He has 9 fingies.
He's got 9 fingies.
I don't know why I kept just laughing the whole time, like, 9 fingers.
How do they figure out which bus has a bomb?
He tells them. The game he plays with Keanu is, what would you do if I told you there was a bus that if it hit 50 miles an hour, It had to stay that way. And he responds, I'd ask you to say where it is. And he tells him. So then he
Okay.
immediately drives off, which we get to meet our other protagonists here. Freaking Sandra Bullock.
Sandy Bullock. Woo.
Chewing that gum.
She's in love with Keanu in this movie. Like,
It definitely.
probably in real life, and her character are in love with
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
She learned to drive a bus for this movie.
Well,
Like passed her actual exam to be licensed for a CDL.
They probably got her to drive in a few scenes.
Yeah, I bet you Keanu did too.
Yeah.
That's poor taste.
Yeah. So Keanu commandeers a guy's vehicle and jumps his way onto the bus, and there's
right away, dude.
Yeah.
The guy that pulls the gun out at Keanu.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Like no cop is gonna jump onto a bus to try to get somebody that's like jump bail or is like has a warrant out for them. They don't care that much.
Yeah, you just wait. They wait to the next stop, homeboy.
Yeah, dude. Like, and in the middle of this scuffle, because there's an idiot that tries to get the guy's gun from him, and Keanu's in the middle of talking him down, they shoot the bus driver.
No, Sam, the bus driver.
Bus driver.
Whatever,
His
bus
name is
boy.
He gets taken off the bus later, but the basically it sets up our premise, and it was explained in our synopsis. Bus can't go below 50, or else it go boom.
Nobody leaves the bus. It goes boom.
Boom. And it's such a 90s movie because the guy is keeping track of the bus. We think through the news helicopters.
Yeah. Then there's a camera in the bus.
Yeah, a little later on we find out there's a camera.
No audio though.
No
Just
audio. Just a camera. So
he wants that ransom back. That $3.7 million.
He wants $3 million. He wants $3 million because he's a retired police officer. We don't know this yet, but it's revealed later that his character is a retired bomb squad police officer.
Why are they doing Atlanta dirty like this? What did Atlanta do?
Atlanta's Atlanta.
Yeah, I guess at that time too. Dirty South.
So Sandy Bullock's driving the bus, and Keanu's superiors have a flatbed truck that they're all strapped to, and they try to get up alongside the bus.
He's just like, no.
Yeah, and it's like, we can't, because they've been told like no one can get off the bus or else it'll blow.
But does he call Dennis Hopper? Does Dennis Hopper call him and warn him again?
Dennis Hopper calls him. Yeah.
Okay. Couldn't remember which the order.
Because he's trying to convince him to like, hey man, there's a guy that's been shot, and we need to at least get him off. Like,
yeah.
So he lets that happen.
Then that dumb woman.
Yeah, that little old lady.
Beth Grant.
Get blown out. He has a bomb. Apparently, he's got other bombs hidden on the bus that he can trigger.
Dude, she got toasted.
But she got blowed up right there at the steps. And he's like, told you he's going to start blowing stuff. We got to get these choppers out of here. And
that's what I think the take on this movie is all about, Preston. The secret premise that applies today. The news, evil, kill them.
Yep.
Not really kill them, but...
Well, that all kind of started with, like, OJ. Like, OJ was, like, the first, the slow white Bronco chase. That was the first time that, like, a police chase, not high-speed chase, but, like, a chase had been covered on the news like that.
You talking about the juice?
The juice, baby.
Loose. Juice, baby.
Nope.
Hey, if that glove don't fit, we gon' sit. Oh, that guy. Okay, I could talk for hours.
Yeah,
but,
what a weirdo.
Weird?
Yeah. Oh. Murderers are weird.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. I'm just gonna quit.
Ain't no pause on that. OJ is a murderer.
I know the intro. I'm not gonna try and splash a bad joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they get a plan here where they get them and they're like, "Hey, the bridge is out."
Yeah. We got
And a little bit, the bridge is out, which, dude, that scene rules. They had to do it twice because the first time they filmed it, the bus landed too smooth. So whoever's driving it did too good of a job.
it was probably hopefully it was a stunt guy and not Sandy Bullock, but
Well, I don't think it was her, but Keanu Reeves did like 98% of his stunts in this movie,
I believe it.
even under the bus.
That dude's committed.
Yeah. Even then, that's what I love. Like, he was that way then.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
not something new.
consistent throughout his career. Like he did all the fighting in the Matrix for the most part. Like
he even slowed time down, dodged those bullets.
sure he did. He sure did.
He took pills too. Saw him.
Absolutely. Yeah. So they get on some broken freeway, and they do like they jump the bus over like a ramp onto a broken freeway. But they eventually, Keanu gets the idea like, let's go to the airport because he knows that
Genius.
that's restricted airspace. Choppers can't fly in there. And the plan for now is just to circle the bus or the airport. How did they discover that there's a camera in the bus? Because there were several points in this movie where like I kind of looked away and then looked up and like something happened.
He figures it out because while they're at the airport driving, somebody goes to do something. Mm-hmm. No. She has her college hoodie with her, and it's on the chair. It has a Wildcat logo. The news can't see that. So he keeps saying, Wildcat's going to bring me the money. And then Keanu looks at the mascot and goes, he can see inside the bus. And that's when he finds that, and they hatch their whole put it in a loop.
Yeah, and the most 90s.
Oh, man.
It's like,
so
record
bad,
it.
so.
Put the tape in.
Enhance.
Tape over it.
Talk to the guys. Great. Push it through.
So great. So they make a looped version of the footage of the inside of the bus, and they send that out on the UHF channel that he's using to monitor what's going on inside the bus, and they use that opportunity. Well, no. First of all, there's a stunt where he gets on a some kind of dolly thing.
No, you're still there because they use that opportunity to let him leave the bus.
That's right. He does. He gets off the bus at that point.
No.
The guy lets him off the bus. He's like, you gotta get me.
I gotta talk to my boss.
Yes.
And
so
that's right.
Yeah. And they get on that little thing, and he looks under the bus and gets on the phone with Jeff Daniels and figures out what kind of bomb it is and what's going on.
Yeah. And then at this point in time too, which that under the bomb scene was great, but it's like, yeah, no doy, it's a fail-safe thing.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Of course,
like,
this guy knows what he's doing.
It's Dennis Hopper. He's the Hopper man.
Yeah. Jeff Daniels figures out who he is. Because he's like, the way he's talking and the way stuff's set up, he's like, he sounds like he's a cop. Like, former cop. And they start doing their little searches, and they figure out who he is, and Jeff Daniels' leg is just healed at this point. Seems like.
It's magic.
Yeah.
It's magic. It's all that matters.
And he takes a group of them over to that guy's house, and of course it's wired to blow.
Dude, the scene right before he dies is the funniest image, though, because it's Harry and Dumb and Dumber. And also, he's Harry in this movie and Harry and Dumb and Dumber.
That's hilarious.
And they both came out the same year.
That's awesome.
So, it's a hairy year. A lot of hair everywhere.
There's hair everywhere.
Gross.
Well, after it exploded, there was hair everywhere.
Valid. So he gets back on the bus because his winch explodes off. Mm-hmm. He's holding for dear life, and they get him up through the rails.
And he also puts a hole in the gas tank.
Yeah, which that's dumb. I mean, not on purpose. He did it trying to catch himself, but I was like, all right. So they found that loophole, and everyone gets off the bus, and they blow that sucker up into that plane.
Mm-hmm.
And that plane cost the studio $85,000.
I was thinking,
the 90s
like,
were great.
Yes, it's the 90s, and it's an action movie or whatever, but I feel like they would have grounded all flights. Like,
I think they brought it out. It was a car. They briefly mentioned it.
Oh,
And
okay.
there's other, like it's a cargo. They did it intentionally to stop
Yeah.
everything.
Well, Christopher Nolan, when he was making Tenet, I think we talked about that in the episode we did on Tenet. You can go look at
Later
that.
airport.
He said it was cheaper to buy a plane and run it through a building
Yep.
than to pay for the CGI to do that.
You ever wonder why 50 miles per hour is what they picked?
I do. I did.
It's because the bus is 25-25,
What does that mean?
and 25 plus 25 is 50.
Okay.
Apparently, that's why the bus was named that, or that's why the speed was picked.
I'm pretty sure they just named the bus that, and
Cocaine's a heck of a drug.
that they came up with an arbitrary number. But yeah, like he gets the people off, and the bus explode, and him and Sandy Bullock embrace in the ground.
And they is so dumb here. This is my only problem.
Yeah.
At this point, they realize he thinks they died.
Yes.
But he thinks there's still
Well,
a
no, he
bomb.
doesn't know that the bus has gone off.
Right. He thinks it's still there, and they're still stuck. Mm-hmm. Donut Head and her go right where they're doing the drop, where he could see them.
Yeah, she doesn't need to be there.
What? Like, what? Why is this happening?
And but at some point he figures out the footage is looping because
Yeah, he sees the snipers.
Yeah.
And goes back to check, and the lady moves her hand when no one's supposed to move. Of course, a woman moves her hands. Sorry, just had to throw that out here. I don't really mean that, everybody, but I mean the truth is truth. She drove the heck out of that truck, though.
That's true. Yeah, so this movie does get kind of nonsensical at the end. Like,
He gets that police uniform and talks Annie into coming with him.
yeah, Jack wants you to be far away from the... Puts a bomb vest on her. And he has a hole up into the trash can that he was dropping.
The ransom's moving. How'd that happen?
Yeah, the ransom's gone, and Jack finds the hole under it, and he goes down and chases whoever took because we don't know who took the cash. And he finally catches them, and it's Sandra Bullock. She's got a bomb vest on.
Shoot her.
Shoot her.
Just shoot her. You set it up at the beginning. Just do it.
Yeah.
Pull the trigger.
And just in case you didn't know, L.A. does have a subway system.
I bet it's safe.
It's not. I don't think anyone uses it today. I think they had just got it in the 90s, actually. And so they were.
It was. Anytime they could, like, show it off.
Yeah, because it was in Captain Marvel, too. Hilarious. So, yeah. He chases him down on the subway. This guy just has a personal vendetta against Jack for some reason.
It's because he foiled his plans.
Yeah,
He had a perfect
he's
plan. And
pissed.
yeah.
And Jack, one thing that made me laugh, Jack is on top of the subway car that they're in. Dennis Hopper's shooting the roof, and then finally goes outside, and he gets on that roof so fast.
Yeah. I was like,
he's got to be
"No
like
way."
in his 60s.
And I'm like, why would you get on the roof, dude?
Yeah.
You've got, like, just stay where you're at.
So,
He can't do anything.
of course, Jack kills bad guy.
Shoves his head into a stop sign.
Yeah.
What's that creepy movie that came out a couple years ago? Hereditary.
I never seen it. Don't want to see it.
I hadn't seen it. I don't want to see it, but I've seen a clip of it. I didn't want to see that.
Yeah.
So there you go, everybody. Don't do it.
Jack makes it back into the subway car.
Yeah. Train. They're going to just run out the back because the emergency stop's gone.
Emergency stop's gone. Everything's shot out, and he sees a curb.
Home Dog's got to have keys to cuffs on him. That's all I got to say.
He doesn't. Apparently, he lost him. I don't know. Sandy Bullock is chained to the subway pole. And so, yeah, they crank the speed on this train.
Roll credits.
Yeah. And just crash into the street.
Yeah, the train falls apart. It's so fast.
Yeah,
and spits him out instead of the death.
Mm-hmm. And it's just a weird scene at the end with The two of
Bunch
them
of
make.
people taking pictures.
Yeah, they decide to just stay in the car and subway and make out right there on the floor of the subway car. And there's all these weirdos. Like, oh my God, there's two hot people making out in there.
And all these weirdos with Polaroid cameras that aren't even turned
Yeah, they're
on.
just taking
They don't
pictures.
even have them open. It's like I'll laugh. There's 3 clamshells that are shut,
Yeah,
and
it's
they're doing
extras.
this. I'm like, come on
And
now.
then the movie ends just right there.
Oh, but the fun doesn't end because there's a sequel.
I don't want it. Haven't seen it. Don't want to see it.
Oh, it's not good.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
not
on a boat, isn't it?
Pretty sure it's on a boat. No, it's on a cruise
Somehow
ship.
Sandra Bullock gets caught up on a boat.
Yeah, I'm on a boat.
Same director. I don't know why it. Well, they couldn't get Keanu back. I know that.
No, they got Willem Dafoe though,
Ooh,
and Tubera Morrison.
who?
You know, I can't say his name right. Mandalorian, Boba Fett.
Oh, Tamara Morrison.
Tumera. I said Tumera. He has a tumor.
This movie gets a 8.5 for me.
He gets a 50 for me.
It's great.
Yeah, 8.5. Pretty great. It's fun. It's good. Good 90s. Like, it's corny. It's not that corny. It's just, it's solid. And I like.
Go ahead.
I was like, it's fun to read. Like, they knew that they had a big hit in test screenings because people that had to pee or poop would walk out backwards so they could watch as much as they could before they had to go.
It's like, dog, we can pause it while you.
Nah, we got to keep these rules going 50 miles an hour, else they're all gonna blow up.
Short episode this week, but like,
It's a good movie. It's not
you-
intentionally short. Normally that means it's a sucky movie.
yeah, it
but
usually reflects the quality of the movie. But again, it's
I
another
feel
one.
like it
That's,
is a short movie though.
yeah, it's 2 hours,
115.
but
Yeah.
there's honestly not a lot that happens, but it's still good.
Yeah, it's solid.
Wow, Jake, you bored here? What's
Dude, I can't quit yawning. Ever since the time change, my life has just
Yeah,
been like, you're tired.
today? I've been wiped, but
You know what though? Everyone I talk to, every single person I've worked with, customers, partners at work, whatever, everyone's just like,
we're
I
done.
don't want to do it today. I'm tired.
So now we move on to the next section, and that's what we're watching, playing, reading, doing.
I do want to make sure I tell you that this movie released 1 week before O.J. Simpson led that chase.
Fun.
So I wonder where he got those ideas from.
Well, I mean, there was the news that followed him. I mean, he didn't. All he did was just have a chase on the
All he
highway.
was trying to do is buy some cigarettes and some newspapers.
Exactly.
And, what we been watching? Electric State. I watched that.
It looks so stupid.
It's the most like soulless movie I've watched in a while.
Yeah.
The CGI is incredible.
Let me ask you a question.
Hit me.
How do the Russo brothers do so well with Marvel movies, but everything else they make is just kind of meh?
I don't get it because like the Electric State, the book, I just read it this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's depressing. It is so dark, like atmospherically dark.
Okay.
There's no fight scenes. Why didn't they just do that? I mean, I know it's a Netflix and we got to have nostalgic stuff
Yeah,
and we got to have brands, but
I think they were trying to hit like the Millie Bobby Brown audience,
yeah, screw her.
which is mostly younger kids. I don't
Yeah,
got a
bunch
problem
of-
with her. I just think she's.
Ugh, I don't know what it is. Something about her just irks me.
I ain't got no problem with her.
Even though she's great in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So-
She's made a very good career for herself.
And she's not bad. She's not bad in the movie. It's just like, I mean, it's almost like an AI movie. It's like,
Well, they did use a lot of that, and the Russo brothers have talked about how they used that.
I don't know. I can't. Maybe I'm weird. And I think you could be like, why would you take like this concept material, not really use almost any of it, and make your own thing? Just make
Yeah.
your own thing.
Yeah.
Like it's that far away from the original point.
Yeah.
Which there are parts that were there that I mean I cried watching it. I won't lie. There's parts that are like, but I don't think we need to see Chris Pratt and Mr. Peanut high-fiving each other.
Yeah.
Like, this
I
is
think,
stupid.
yeah, I think we. I don't have a problem with Chris Pratt either, but it just seems like
No.
we just need a generic guy. So let's throw in Chris Pratt. That, like
Yeah, and it was...
ever since he's done Jurassic World, seems like that's the kind of roles he's been doing.
Yep.
There's
And
like
it was fun. It was a fun watch.
he
Like,
hasn't
I watched it, and I was like, oh, okay.
he hasn't
Well,
done anything memorable to me since Guardians.
No. No, not at all.
And it's just like,
And you get done with it, though, and you look back, and it's just...
yeah.
Yep. Okay. Looks good, though. And I watched Daredevil already.
I haven't. I will watch that in a little bit.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yep.
That's all I'll say.
I know
Just
Punisher's in this week's episode.
Yeah. I didn't.
Oh,
Which I'm a
well,
little ticked. Disney shows too much on their like episode screens.
Oh, really?
Like, I wish I didn't know he was in it. So I was waiting the
Well,
whole time.
I mean, with
I knew he was going to show up.
yeah, like the guy killed that white tiger guy last week, and then he walks to the camera with a Punisher skull on his vest. Also, let me get on a little soapbox for a minute.
Hey man, get a box.
These people, you see, especially where we live at in the South, you see all these big trucks and like blue line people and cops with the Punisher skull on everything. Y'all, you don't understand the point of the Punisher. Like,
No, he just has guns.
yes, he's first of all, he's a psychopath,
Yeah,
and
he's barely a hero.
every time, yeah, he even says himself that he is not a hero or anyone to look up to.
No.
They even made a Marvel comic specifically him talking to police saying, "Hey, I'm a piece of shit. You want to look up to somebody? Look up to Captain America."
Yeah, I mean, like the whole rule of thumb is
Yeah.
if you kill people, you're a villain.
Yes.
I mean, that's it.
Like-
That's everyone's kind of tipping point, you know?
Even when he shows up in other characters' stories, they're like, "Oh my god, this fucking guy."
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, he's here.
God, like, just give us a. But anyway,
He's a bad guy that likes to kill badder people.
yes, and
Like, that's his whole thing.
He
He's not good.
himself
He just
says-
kills the worst.
all the time, like, I'm the guy that these other guys won't stoop so low to. Like, I'm lost. Like, don't idolize me. Never in your life do that. I'm not the one to look up to.
I don't understand why cops fall into that Punisher thing. Like, there's also
They saw
there's
the Punisher skull and said, "Oh, dude, that's fucking awesome."
Oh, they're like,
Oh, he punishes people.
Um,
Did you read the comic run where he becomes like a knight and fights off ghosts?
there's an episode. It's more recent. Oh no, it's the same one you talked about where he's like, if you need a role model, it's Captain America. He kills cops.
Yes.
He rips his stuff off them.
But
It's like,
there's
what are you doing?
literally a comic issue where he is talking to police saying, "You're supposed to serve and protect and not punish." Like, I'm the one. What I do is not good.
Yeah.
I'm a psychopath.
I think a lot of that. I'm dead serious. I think a lot of that stemmed from. Oh, Preston, I had it in my head.
They saw
Who's
the-
guy. Who's the sniper? Chris Kyle.
Chris Kyle. Yeah.
He had that
Mm-hmm.
logo, so everyone just flocked to it.
Yeah.
I think that's where it all started. Was Chris Kyle had that on his equipment?
What's hilarious to me is you see like on the back of the truck windows the cross and then the fucking Punisher skull right next to it.
I
I'm
love
like,
it, dude. That's my.
That is so stupid.
Don't put anything on your car.
Yes.
Just don't.
Don't put any belief on your car.
Well, yeah. All you're gonna do is tick someone off.
Asking for trouble.
Yeah, like whatever, dude. Unless you put a picture of us with a QR code to our podcast.
Yeah,
then
that's pretty great.
acceptable. I'll even take a picture of my butt and let you put it there.
But stepping down off the soapbox, Invincible finished season 3, really
Okay.
good.
I still need to. I have wait. I was gonna wait until I had a couple more things knocked out. So
Really
I'm definitely gonna do that.
I'm going to wait on Reacher to finish before I'll pick it up again.
I'm still gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep trucking.
Severance finale Friday.
Already, I guess it has been on that long. Yeah.
Hour and 15-minute finale.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick that sucker up too.
So I'm excited about that.
I got the Hunger Games book.
Ooh.
And so I'm probably gonna read that this weekend.
Have you never read them?
Oh no, the newest one.
Oh, the
Story
Songbird and
Story of
Snakes?
Haymitch. Yeah. No, the next one after that.
There's a new book?
Yeah, it's Haymitch. It's all the story of him. I think.
What's
I
it
don't know
called?
anything about it. Mein Kampf, I think.
Okay,
Sorry.
Elon.
Oh, me. No, you're right. It is Songbirds and Snake.
Yeah,
No, it's
that's
not.
the President Snow book. That's what that
Oh,
is.
Sunrise on the Reaping.
Sunrise on the Reaping.
Yeah.
I didn't know she had another book.
I knew she was writing it, and then I pre-ordered it. Like, it popped up on my Amazon. I was like, if you pre-order now, you can get it 70% off.
And so it's out now?
Yeah, I got it downstairs. Came out this week.
I doubt they have an audiobook yet.
I'll tell you what, I'll record it and send it to you.
Cool.
Could you imagine if I actually did that?
That would be hilarious.
My dumb self trying to read out loud. The president said so.
Wait,
Bitch,
what?
hey,
And then
Woody Harrelson.
just the sound of you flipping pages back. What did he say?
Oh God, oh God, oh God.
That's it for this week. Next week is probably another Nick Cage movie. We'll have to figure out which one, but
Yeah, Nick Daddy. Mac Daddy.
we'll figure that one out. But until then, you can send a suggestion to secondtakemoviespot@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram, subscribe to all the YouTubes and the Spotifys and the Apple
And the JC Penney's and the Belks.
wherever. Yeah.
Hey guys, you can find us some Belks. We're right over there near the underwears.
So we'll see you next week. And Jake, do you got any final words for the people?
No, hey guys, have a great one. Great intro, good intro.
Great intro.
Dang
great
it.
outro.
Great outro, good intro. Almost nailed it.
So we'll see you next week with another Nicolas Cage movie.